Friends, if we take a look at the recent history of Burkina Faso, we find a nation that has suffered from instability, poverty, and a lack of basic amenities for decades. This is a country where the sun rises every day, but the electric bulb in homes rarely lights up. Where there are schools but no fans, hospitals but no ventilators, because there is no electricity. More than 70% of Burkina Faso's population is still deprived of basic amenities like electricity. In urban areas, there is occasional power for a few hours. But in rural areas, people consider electricity a dream. Crops are destroyed due to lack of water. Businesses become desolate, and young people are forced to leave the country. When night falls, darkness not only covers homes but also dreams. And not only that, the biggest impact of electricity shortage is on the economy. Small industries in Burkina Faso have shut down. Factories are stagnant, and farmers irrigate fields with petrol-powered pumps, which are not only expensive but also unstable. Alternative energy sources in the country are almost non-existent. And the little electricity that is available is either generated by diesel generators or bought at high prices from neighboring countries. In this grave situation, Ibrahim Traoré not only recognized the problems but also found solutions. He used to say, "When we have the sun, the wind, the water, why are we dependent? When we have passion, faith, sacrifice, why are we slaves?" And this was the thought that gave birth to the Grand Burkina Water and Power Dam. Friends, this is not an ordinary infrastructure project, it is a life-saving mission, because where there is no electricity, there is not just darkness, but also despair, poverty, and ignorance. And to dispel this darkness, Ibrahim Traoré stepped into the field. He gathered some of the most capable young experts in agriculture, energy, water, and defense. This project was initially named Project X. Its files were kept secret. Maps were only transferred by hand, and meetings were always held at night in closed rooms. No one knew what big dream Ibrahim was giving birth to. In the first phase, he sent environmental, geographical, and water technology experts to different parts of the African desert to research where such a dam could be built that would provide maximum benefit with minimum resources. After several months of research, it was decided that there is a natural deep low-lying area in north-central Burkina Faso where, if water is collected, not only a safe but also a sustainable reservoir can be built. During this time, Ibrahim renamed the project New River of Freedom. Because this project was not just for generating electricity, but it was a symbol of Burkina Faso's freedom, autonomy, and self-respect. Ibrahim knew that as soon as the world learned about this project, many powerful countries and organizations would try to stop it, because an autonomous African country is a threat to them, especially if it becomes self-sufficient in resources like water and electricity. That is why, in the initial stages, this project was given the status of a national defense secret. Construction maps were kept in military bases, and the land where the dam was to be built was declared a strategic security zone by the government. Only special forces were given access here. Friends, according to experts, this dam is 1,600 meters long and 160 meters high. That is, as high as a 50-story building and so long that your eyes would tire but you wouldn't see the end. This is not an ordinary dam, but a roller-compacted concrete gravity dam. The same construction technique used in the strongest and most durable dams in the world. The reservoir formed behind this dam has the capacity to store 60 billion cubic meters of water. If we compare this, it is enough water to continuously supply the entire Burkina Faso for several years. In addition, 12 modern French turbines are being installed inside this dam, which will generate approximately 5,000 megawatts of electricity every year. This amount is more than double Burkina Faso's current total production. This means that now homes, factories, schools, hospitals, everywhere will have light, and that too at a low cost. durable and domestically produced. All these turbines are being installed in 2 power stations. One on the left side of the dam and the other on the right side. The purpose of this is that if repairs are needed on one side, electricity supply can be continued from the other side. This is a dual system that will provide uninterrupted energy to the entire country. And yes, not just electricity, but this dam will also play an oxygen-like role for the country's agriculture, industry, and exports. Because when electricity is cheap and constant, factories run day and night. Farmers irrigate their fields, and new industries are born. Another great feature is that a smart water management system is being installed inside this dam. Through this system, water flow, temperature, and pressure will all be monitored automatically. Meaning, human intervention is minimal, and the possibility of error is almost zero. Viewers, besides this, let us tell you that light comes from electricity, but the real secret of life is hidden in water. And Burkina Faso's misfortune has been that its farmers have always looked up at the sky, praying for rain. Sometimes when rain didn't come on time, crops withered. Sometimes when it did come, it turned into a storm and washed away fields. But now, Ibrahim Traoré's great dam has resolved to break this tradition. This is not just a dam but the foundation of new canals, channels, and modern irrigation systems. To distribute the dam's water in an organized manner throughout the country, the government has launched the Green River Project, under which millions of hectares of barren land will be made cultivable. Lands that for years only yielded sand will now grow wheat, rice, vegetables, and fruits. For water transmission, the government has introduced modern drip irrigation and smart sprinkler systems to achieve more yield with less water. This is the same technology that countries like Israel use. But now this desert will also benefit from this development. Viewers, this project is not just about making the land green but also about making the farmer self-reliant. The government has announced that it will provide subsidized seeds, fertilizers, and solar water pumps to every registered farmer. The day is not far when Burkina Faso will not only be self-sufficient in food but will become a food exporting country. And most importantly, when there is water in the fields, there will be no migration from villages. Young people will not leave the cities but will work in their fields. Unemployment will end, poverty will decrease, and food prices will remain stable. Along with this, the government has also announced the establishment of agricultural training centers where farmers will be taught modern techniques so that they do not remain just traditional cultivators but become agricultural experts. Therefore, the time is not far when Burkina Faso's green flag will wave amidst all the fields. When the world will not just call Africa needy but hardworking and self-reliant. Viewers, this was not just the story of a dam. It was the realization of a dream, the struggle of a nation, and the tale of a leader's passion. A leader who gained power with a gun but conquered the nation with a pen, passion, and service. Now the question is for you. Do you think Ibrahim Traoré's project will really change Burkina Faso? Will he be able to prove to the world that Africa can be self-reliant, not just needy? Or is this all just a pipe dream that will fade with time? Do tell us your opinion in the comments because your thoughts, your voice, are also a part of this struggle. And if you want us to keep bringing you true and unseen stories from Africa, the Islamic world, or other corners of the world, then subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon and do share this video. Because, viewers, where there is darkness, light only comes when someone asks a question, someone dreams, and someone becomes a voice. Any